Welcome everybody, it's Mike Newton in the Swing Studio here at Lytham Golf Academy. I've got another little review, new product on the market, this time TaylorMade, and it's the new M2 Tour 3-wood. So obviously the new M2 was launched in January this year, 2017. Generally the case is the Tour version is always launched a little bit later, and this is exactly the case that's happened here. So the now introduced M2 Tour. This is the fairway wood that Rory McIlroy has just put in his bags. Obviously signed for TaylorMade a couple of weeks ago, as we're shooting this video, and this has gone in his bag as his preferred 3-wood. So the Tour one is obviously a more compact version of the standard M2 fairway. I'm going to do a little comparison video between the Tour and the standard one as a separate video here. We're just interested in the differences of ball flight here and also looks, but the Tour is definitely a more compact head shape for the player who wants a smaller look behind the golf ball. It's got a weighted screw here that is fixed. It's not adjustable, it's fixed, but it's more, which is moved more towards the face. So obviously low in the head, but more towards the club face. A little bit like the SLDR sort of era, you know, the CG was shoved low and forward, and this is going to really help on fast ball speeds and lower spin. Okay, so this thing, I'd imagine, is going to go quite a long way. And probably more of a lower ball flight than the standard version. So it's aimed at a different player, generally a better player who wants to see that low penetrating ball flight. It's still got that slot in the front here, and it's still got the geacoustics and the carbon mix in the head here. So it's very much the same technology as a standard M2 fairway, but obviously more compact head and a more forward CG here. So we're going to hit some shots on GC2 here. We're going to obviously hit some shots here, just get some numbers and maybe a bit of feedback on feel and sort of look for you guys. So just give you a little look from the playing position here. So you can see a little bit more of a compact head. It's not as deep from the face to the back of the head here. Definitely more compact than the standard M2. Like I say, I'm going to do a separate video between the two, so I'll show you the heads, playing positions and the sides of the heads a little bit more detail in that video. But you know, really small sort of looking compact head here. Very much similar in terms of look, obviously the contrast between the black and the white and the standard one. Probably a little bit deeper on the club face here than the standard M2. Okay, so obviously it would have been a more compact head. They generally go a little bit deeper on the face, so again promoting a little bit more low launch, low spin here. I'll just turn it over here, have a look at the bottom again, so you can see there's that weighted sort of screw there, the geacoustics technology in there, that front slot, again helping for ball speed across the face here. Okay, so we're going to hit some shots here on GC2. Okay, so definitely seeing that compact head here. So it sometimes makes the ball look quite large because this head looks small. It makes the ball look quite large. So it does put a little bit of pressure on me straight away. And I'm not a fairway wood player, so I've never really grown up with a fairway wood. I've always been a long iron, traditional 1-2 iron sort of golfer. So these don't fill me with a lot of confidence, and this probably is especially the case because obviously it's smaller, but we'll give this one a hit. Yeah, that's quite a low flight there. Okay, feels pretty good, feels pretty solid. Does come out what to me feels quite low. Give another one a hit. Okay, so there's the first shot. Here was the second shot. So just slightly higher, a little bit of a better strike to be honest. A little bit straight as well. And that's carrying well over the 250 mark, probably 258-ish on the carry. Nice sort of ball flight there. 257 to be exact, running out 280. Okay, it does feel powerful off the face, just feel like it really explodes off the face. So if they give this one a hit. Yeah, that was a little bit necky, that. Okay, fairly straight ball flight, just come out a bit necky. So I felt the miss hit there. That carried 244, so probably lost about 14 yards of carry there. Definitely felt that neck strike. Okay, that's probably one thing that maybe just puts me off a little bit is, you know, I feel like I don't have to miss it that much and I'm going to get maybe a little bit more of an erratic, not so much as an erratic strike, but I know I'm going to get a drop off of ball speed. It'd be interesting to see that ball speed drop off there. And I imagine with the standard M2, the drop off on ball speed wouldn't be as much. That's a good strike. Yeah, definitely it looks low, looks powerful. Okay, so just going to hit one more with the M2 Tour, and then we'll have a look at some numbers. Again, nice strike there. Okay, it feels pretty good to be fair. It feels strong, it feels hot off the club face. It does just look like, as I present it down by the board, it just looks like I've only got really one shot, and that's that sort of low, powerful shot, which possibly for you guys, you might want that. It depends really on the golf course you're playing at, when you may be going to use this. If this is going to be like a backup club, maybe off the tee, then that's probably a really good flight to have. If it's maybe a club that you might be hitting second shots into par fives, you may want that landing a little bit softer, possibly. But I think the biggest thing here is the size of the head here and how you may sort of cope with that in terms of missed hits. I've caught one a little bit necky, which we're going to have a look at the numbers of the drop-offs. It'll be interesting to see how that ball speed has dropped off, if it has dropped off. Okay, let's check some numbers out.
Okay, so let's have a look at some numbers in a little bit more detail here. So we've got ball speed 151.8 mile an hour, launching at around 13, which I'll probably expect 3-wood to launch around there. I wouldn't probably say that's overly low, to be honest. Spinning at 2,500, so that is a little bit low, I'd say, for 3-wood. I probably want to get that a little bit more up, maybe sort of high 2,000s, 3,000 mark maybe. And obviously carrying out at 257 on the carry, so it's pretty long there, to be honest. You know, it's 280 run out, so great for a driver sort of replacement or drop off, try and get a little bit more accuracy off the tee. I think it's a really sort of good option there. So let's just have a little look at that heel shot. So it's the third shot I struck here. Let's just have a quick look at where that was on the face. Yeah, there we go, just slightly low heel there. Okay, now I really felt that. To be honest, I would have called that being a bit more lower than that on how it actually felt. Maybe probably because that CG's forward, it'll feel more, maybe a little bit more of a twist there at impact, but it felt worse than that strike actually suggested. And that was 149 ball speed, 149.8. Okay. Now interesting, the one before that, it hasn't actually dropped off that much, but the one before it, 148.8 ball speed. Okay. You can see that was actually a good strike. So it's quite interesting there. The club head speed was very similar between those two shots. So 107.2, 107.8. Very similar, but that heel shot didn't actually drop off massively. And again, not as much as what I thought. I thought that would be a good 2, 3, 4 mile an hour less ball speed than the others. Okay, now you can obviously see that last shot here I hit. Again, was a very good strike. A little bit more club head speed, so that's why it's got a little bit more ball speed. But that heel shot there, what it does affect more is the spin. So you can see the difference, that 2,300 against 3,100. So the spin difference is, you know, a good 800 revs more because of that slight heel strike there. Okay, and then what that does to the distance numbers there, you can see 257 against 244 carry. Okay, so 13-yard drop off there. Not so much because of ball speed, but more because of that spin number.
Okay, so there you have it, the M2 Tour 3-wood. It's a good club, it's very compact, it's very neat there, it's a bit more sort of powerful there. Some interesting numbers there. When I thought I hit that heel strike, I was expecting that to be a bit more of a drop off because of that very low forward CG. I was maybe expecting that to sort of be a bit more offline, a little bit weaker there, but the ball speed was still up there, which is good to see. But maybe I just want to probably for me look down at something with a bit more behind the golf ball. Okay, it does look very compact on the face there. As you put the ball down, as I said earlier, it makes the ball look oversized in a way. But that's going to suit some golfers out there. Again, everybody's perception of look and feel and what they sort of want in terms of working on their ball flight, their delivery. You know, it's different from person to person here. So okay, but I think it always sort of comes back to the stage or the process that you need to go and get fitted for this. Try it, get fitted on a launch monitor, pitch it against maybe the standard one or other brands out there, to see which is performing the best for you and to fit into your game and maybe your golf course you're playing at. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment down below what your thoughts on the M2 Tour fairway, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.